Hi, fourth graders. Mrs. Skitchills here. I'm going to start with a poem. This is from Forest as a Song by Amy Ludwig van der Water. This week is your last week of poetry with Miss Kenyon. This poem is called Proposal, and I picked it because it's about a frog, and this week you're going to be reading all about poison dart frogs, so I thought it went with it. It says, Proposal, marry me, please marry me. A tree frog calls from tree to tree, hoping, hopping, high above, crooning, plopping, finding love. Pick me now, make me your choice. I'm one great frog with one strong voice. It's a cute poem. All right, so this week we're going to be reading out of the Animal Behavior Animal Defense book. Now, I posted the 3 pages that you're going to be reading. They're in PDFs, and you're actually going to be reading this same 2 pages, the same 3 pages for the next 2 weeks. So the activity that I have planned for you will last 2 weeks. It's labeled as Part 1 and Part 2. All right, so right now I'm going to start by reading Poisonous Prey. This is page 56. You're going to read 57 and 58. A poisonous animal has poison in its body. It does not typically have a special body part, such as a sting for injecting the poison. Instead, a predator comes in contact with the poison when it seizes or eats the poisonous animal. Sometimes a predator learns its mistake while eating its prey or even after it has swallowed it. A bird then grabs the poisonous monarch butterfly and will get a taste of the poison. This often is enough to make the bird drop the monarch. The bird learns that a monarch is an unpleasant meal, and then the monarch escapes. If the bird swallows the monarch, it regrets it. The monarch's poison does not kill the bird, but it does make the bird feel sick and throw up. Most birds remember this lesson for a long time and do not attempt to catch monarchs again. Scientists have found that the mere sight of a monarch can cause these educated birds to gag, retch, and if they were about to get sick. Many poisonous animals produce foul fluids that cling to the predator or entrap it. The pill millipede, for example, oozes sticky droplets when it's attacked. The droplets stick to predators such as ants. And as the ants frantically try to clean off the fluid, they gum themselves up even more. Meanwhile, the millipede escapes. A spider that eats a pill millipede will be paralyzed for several days. The poison even can affect birds and mice. Some animals' poison can kill predators. A few species of millipedes, for example, ooze droplets that release a poisonous gas called hydrogen cyanide. Shutting one of these millipedes in a jar with other small living things will cause animals to die from the fumes. The poison gas made by just one millipede can kill more than 6 mice. Toads that seize such a millipede quickly spit it out. Some beetle larvae, centipedes, moths, and caterpillars also make hydrogen cyanide. Poison dart frogs, also called poison arrow frogs, which live in Central and South America, excrete a poisonous, foul-tasting fluid from their skin when threatened. Some of these tiny frogs, which are small enough to perch on a quarter, produce a poison that's strong enough to kill predators. In fact, they received the name from the fact that natives sometimes carefully extract the frog's poison and coat the tips or darts of their arrows with it to catch and kill other animals. That's how it got its name. The most toxic is the golden frog. Just one drop of its poison can kill thousands of mice. In the picture up here, this is a colorful, tiny poison dart frog, and it can excrete poison from its skin when it is threatened. That's its animal defense mechanism. So on this page, you're only reading the top. Of course, if a poisonous animal had a choice, it would rather not be attacked in the first place. It is better for it to stop an attack before it starts. A poisonous animal does this with warning, colors, foul tastes, bad smells, irritating chemicals, and sometimes sounds. So you can feel free to reread those 3 pages that are attached. And now I'm just going to introduce to you what your task is for the week. So I broke it into two sections. So there's 6 pages total, and this week you are only going to be completing the first 3 pages. And I started this first page for you, so you're gonna find this when you click on it. First 2 are done. So on the left-hand side, there is a focus question, and then on the right is where you would write. And if you don't have paper, you don't have access to printing it out, no worries. You can just handwrite on a piece of paper. Okay, so the first question asks, what is the gist of this section of the text? Okay, so this is the first part of the text. You're taking one section at a time. And this section is about animals and how they use poison to survive. That's what this whole thing is about. All right, and number 2, it says to reread paragraph 1 aloud to a partner. You could do that at home. And then use the glossary in the back of the text to answer the questions on the right. Now, you don't have a glossary, so that's another reason why I chose to do that one. So I looked at paragraph 1 again, and I went through it, and I reread it, and then I focused in on the word predator, prey, and then I had to answer a focus question. Okay, so we're going to go back over here. As I reread it, the word predator means an animal that eats other animals. I went in the glossary in the back, and I kind of inferred that from using my context clues when I reread about the predator statement. What does the word prey mean? Well, prey is an animal that is eaten by other animals. That's the difference between the two. And then who is usually poisonous? Is it the predator or is it the prey? It is the prey. They're usually the poisonous. Not all of them, but the ones we're talking about today, the pill millipede, the poison dart frog, and the monarch butterflies, they are poisonous. They're toxic, I should say. So what you're going to do is you're going to continue to read the question, or it's going to be a statement on the side, and then you're going to answer whatever it's asking you to do on the other side. These kind of give you tips. All right, so that's you only have one more to do on page 1, and then you're going to go to page 2, and you're just going to keep going back and forth between that document and reading closely, and then you're also going to finish and complete page 3. And then next week you're going to finish this. It's going to be the same activity, but you're going to finish. Okay? So I do hope that you're all having a great week, you're staying safe, and I hope you're getting outside. The weather is so beautiful. We miss you all so much. Bye, 4th graders.